Welcome back to the show. Going to be talking about the Burton Brothers, their new show, which is titled 1925. Now, I saw the Burton Brothers before, really enjoyed them, and also I was really looking forward to what the next show would be. And, well, just to dive into it, the Roaring Twenties is what this one is about. It's set in 1925, of course, a time of great prosperity the world around. The Kaiser had his behind thrashed, and there'll be no more troubles from Germany from this point on. We got over the Spanish flu, and hey, we'll never see an epidemic like that ever again. And best of all, prohibition ensures that adults will remain sober from now on, only partaking in cocaine, just as God intended. Now, amongst all this celebration and an economic boon, which of course shows no sign of stopping, two men jazz hands their way into the spotlight. They are Tom and Josh Burton, known far and wide as the Burton Brothers, presenting a night of toe tapping, finger snapping, whip cracking songs combined with their character and sketch work. Now, the duo are the cat's pajamas. The dames love them. They're hitting on all eight. They're a real toot. Really, what I'm saying is that these guys are really, really damn funny. Now, as I said, I was lucky enough to get to see the Burton Brothers' previous show, Vegas Residency, which was part of the 2023 Melbourne Fringe Festival. They also did play it during the comedy festival, but I missed it then. And I also caught them as special guests for another comedic duo's show, that being John and Jero, improv narrated by comedians. The show that was put on by John Walpole and Jeremiah Detto. Every night of that show, they had different guest stars, and for their opening act, they had the Burton Brothers. So that was actually my introduction to them. Now, through both shows, the Burton brothers showed their knack for improvisation, their high energy, and their chemistry as performers, able to bounce off each other so well that they make it look easy. So now, with 1925, the Burton brothers bring what is actually their fourth completely original comedy show, which features a night of new characters, new songs, and new hilarity. Now, while their previous show, Vegas Residency, took on the glitz and glamour and also the sleaze of various Las Vegas acts, 1925 satirizes our past and how far we've come in almost 100 years, and in many ways, how far we haven't. With an original opening song, It's All Up From Here, which is still stuck in my head, followed by a piano accident, which, I mean, seriously, you couldn't walk down the street for falling pianos back then, it seems. But then it's the two old beans who host the Fizz Bang Hour, the only radio show bringing the truth, sponsored by Camel Cigarettes. And these small musical interludes act as segues between the show's various comedic skits. Now, the fun really starts with a military USO style pep talk by two commanders and their, let's just say, erotic flashbacks to the Great War. And there's a carnival show where a bumpkin is in a house of mirrors, despite this bumpkin never ever actually having seen his reflection in the first place. And this really gave Josh a chance to show off his elasticity. I've never seen somebody bend themselves backwards before and still be able to walk around as Josh was doing on stage. It really was something to behold. There was also a freak show where the freaks have escaped, and the brothers must then find new ones in the audience. And this comes down to, well, things like a woman wearing pants in 1925. My God. Also, there was just a plethora of other sketches which I think were best experienced for the first time. So I don't want to spoil them because if they put on this, they put on their previous show that they had during the comedy festival, during the Fringe Festival. So again, like many of the comedy festival shows that I'm seeing, I'm saying if they play later this year as part of the Fringe Festival, I highly recommend checking them out. But I absolutely love the brothers performing as Hollywood stars Dracula and Frankenstein's monster, as they both have this bitchy lunch engagement with each other, and this kind of played up on the antagonism that Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff are believed to have had with each other. I mean, just to liken it to something else, just think Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger in the '90s, and that's what people think that the relationship between Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff kind of was like. Now, the two share these overpriced breadsticks, and they just take these snide, bitchy jabs at each other, and with moody lighting and sound stingers punctuating the horror of the the jabs that they're taking at each other. Uh, the energy of these two natural born performers, this being the Burton brothers, it, this can really be felt with the audience's enthusiastic applause. As the meteoric rise and fall of a vaudeville act singing about tiddlywinks plays out on stage, there was a packed crowd at Trades Hall, the corner store room, where that's actually the same room that I saw them in last time. Yeah, they were just rolling in the aisles, and without a doubt, I really do think that the Burton brothers are destined for huge things as their profile grows. I mean, I haven't seen many acts that generate as much buzz as these guys do. I mean, before the show, everyone around me was talking about just how amazing Vegas residency was, and 1925 meets these high expectations. After the show, everyone was talking about how amazing that was. So I really think the Burton brothers have done it again, and they've created this new hour of side splitting performances and gags. And I mean, they're amazing alone, but they're even better together. And I mean, I can't wait to see what they come up with next. They'll I say, don't be a flat tire. Get on the trolley and see one of the most hotsy totsy shindigs playing at playing right now. Um, just the Burton brothers. Keep those two guys in mind. Check them out. If they've got a new show coming out, yeah, I highly recommend it.